98 overall J.J. Watt tribute card dropping tomorrow morning in Madden 23. 93 speed, 99 block shed. He will get that legend chem. Don't know if he'll get his AKA X Factor, the Milkman one, but we'll see. There will also be a 95 overall BND you can get with training. Weekly wildcards are also dropping tomorrow morning. The reveal lead for this week is 97 overall DJ Moore, only 96 speed, and he is not the tallest receiver. So if I'm being honest, not really the best. Doesn't really have the height or the speed. The other news we got, Team Builders 3 dropping on March 1st. That is Wednesday. The reveals for these cards will also be tomorrow morning on Good Morning Madden. Here are your teasers. You guys can make your predictions in the comments below. But getting into the content schedule for this week, there is a lot of unexpected content drops, starting with Team Builders 3 sometime this week. Not one, but two NFL Combine releases. Then, unexpectedly, they actually showed the Redux, and I'm expecting 96 overall Reduxes sometime this week. They haven't ever really put it on the schedule, but it's always good to get some transparency. But yes, a lot of stuff on the schedule this week. Before we actually get into the team builder investing as well as some other market talks, since the TVPs are being removed this Thursday, I'm not even entertaining the thought of investing in 94 AKAs. Even though they're pretty cheap, I'm not investing in 94 AKAs or even thinking about investing in 94 weekly wildcards this week. But the question everyone is asking in the community is, when is TVPs, or if TVPs are going to return to the game later this week? They're being removed on this Thursday. The big twist and curveball into why TVPs now are potentially being rumored to drop this Saturday is Redux 96 overalls are going to be dropping this week. And the last time we got 95 Reduxes was January 26th. That was when the playoff part 3 content was dropping. And then 2 days later on January 28th, we got Reduxes back into the game. They got taken out on January 5th, then dropped back on January 28th. So now with TVPs being removed on this Thursday, a lot of people are questioning if they're just going to be refreshed at a higher price either on Thursday or Saturday. And this brings up a lot of questions and decisions you have to make when it comes to investing, selling off, and buying your team. First off, for buying training, right? Because you always want to try to buy training when there is no TVP and then have it for when the TVPs come back. And it would be like you would have to buy this Thursday and Friday. And we'll probably talk about that more once we get to Thursday and Friday. Or, you know, you could wait until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and try to buy it before Team of the Year. That was kind of that was my plan before this Redux announcement. But the bigger question is the selling your team, buying your team process. Now, the good thing is, right, when it comes to buying back your team, between all these, you know, variables being put now into the market, it is still going to be a March 9th Team of the Year buyback date, in my opinion, because buying back your team on Thursday and Friday, the day the TVP gets removed, is not really a smart decision. You really have to wait at least a week before you buy back your team, and that is when Team of the Year comes out, and that is going to be a 98 overall at every single position. So I'm still waiting until March 9th until then to buy back my team. The next question, though, is for the people that still have their team at the current moment and want to know, should you sell it? Because if you sold your team last week, like I did, and as well as I was like suggesting, yeah, I would have sold your team, you know, last week, Saturday, Sunday even, because the market is significantly down from today rather than it was last week. So a lot of the mainstream YouTubers now have brought up the question of selling your team, and well, we're starting to see the panic selling go down right now. So you have a lot more reasons probably to not sell your team at the current moment than you did last week. You have a much cheaper market. Like cards I was selling for 400k now are going for 300k. Even some Ultimate Legends that I was selling for 750k last night are going for 650 and 675. So you're selling into a cheaper market with also the possibility that TVPs come back this Saturday. And to be honest, I do not have a direct answer for you guys. I would have said, yes, sell your team last week when the market was still pretty much inflated in the TVP era. But now if you go to sell your team back after tax, if the TVPs come back this Saturday, you won't even really be saving that much. Yeah, it's really just a 50-50 decision. If you believe TVPs are coming back this Saturday, I would say, you know, just hold your team, especially LTDs. This goes for anybody, but I would not be selling LTDs. We always answer this question, like what cards to sell, right? LTDs are typically the cards you do not want to sell because they have no new added supply once TVPs get removed. Even with all the new pack odds, LTDs will not be added onto the market. Like their supply won't be added onto the market because they're LTDs, right? Don't sell LTDs. But for all other cards, really, it would be like a sell if you do want to sell. Again, this is all up to you. Last week I would have said, yeah, it's a good idea to sell because the market was still super, super inflated. But now the market has already started that little mini crash before the crash. And yeah, it's like a 50-50 decision. If you think TVPs are coming back on Saturday, I would not sell. If you believe, now I believe TVPs are still not coming back until Easter, then I would still say sell and look to buy back the team anyway after Team of the Year on March 9th. But that is the TVP discussion. Let's get on to the Team Builder 3 investing. Looking back as we do to Madden 22, this is what we did for Team Builders 2, which was a highly successful investment. Team Builders 3 Madden 22 required one, we'll say 91 overall card, 2 89s, and 2 87s for a 93 overall card. The 88 overall Team Builders this year, and this is going to be a theme with how we invest, it's a lot of more even overall. So it was 4 84s and 3 82 overall. So what is my prediction for Team Builders 3? Well, I think they'll either be 92 or 93 overall cards. They could be 94s, to be honest. They could be 94s, but 92s through 94s is my prediction. My set prediction would probably, I'm just going to go based off of Madden 22. I'm going to say 190 overall card, 288 overall cards, and 286 overall cards, maybe 386s and 388s. But yeah, that is going to be the investments for this Team Builder 3 period. I would say 86 overalls, 88 overalls, and 90 overalls. The 86 overalls, I would buy under 7,000 coins. 88 overalls, I would buy under 14,000 coins. And 90 overalls, I would buy under 30,000 coins. But one thing with the Team Builders this time around is that there is a reroll, the Super Bowl reroll. It does spit out 86, 88s, and 90. So these cards won't exactly go to the moon like they really did for Team Builders 2. I remember the 84 overalls and 82 overalls went from, 4,000 coins all the way up to 10,000 coins. They probably won't double in price because that would mean trading would probably have to rise significantly since the reroll is still out, spitting out those overalls. But either way, if you are buying these cards and investing in these cards, I'm recording this before the eventual maybe Team Builder announcement that will be earlier in this video. But whenever Team Builders 3 does release that day, it is kind of important that you are on in the AM to sell off these pieces or do the sets because their price will significantly drop from the morning until the evening. I remember the 92 overalls from Team Builders 2 were going for somewhere, I want to say around 400k to 450k in the AM when they were dropping, and by the evening they were down to like 300k, 275k. So a really, really big difference from selling in the morning rather than selling in the evening. So if you are investing in these cards, I know a lot of you guys might have work and school, but if you can, you will get a lot more coins for these investments in the morning rather than the evening. LTDs, LTDs, LTDs. We already talked about this during the, TVP discussion of why if you have LTDs in your team that you still want for your team, do not go ahead and sell them because they'll have no new supply going into the TVP removal, but a lot of demand. And that is the theme for why I am holding pretty much all of my 400k to 600k LTDs because their demand, well, right now there is absolutely zero demand. This is like the worst time to sell any of these cheaper LTDs because people are panic selling their teams and no one is buying their teams at least until Thursday. So a lot of these LTDs I am looking to sell Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hoping all of the cheaper LTDs get to at least 500k with the demand. And I know a lot of people are going to prematurely buy their teams back on Thursday. A lot of these, 97 overall LTDs are still the cheapest 97 overall cards in the game, like Drake Greenlaw, like Leonard Fournette. They're very affordable for their overall. So yeah, that really is the plan for them. I wasn't able to get any Russ Grimes. He was just pretty expensive. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until I know 98 overall left guard Team of the Year is in 2 weeks. And I'm not really trying to, I don't really see a window for me to buy him at like 600k, sell for 650 or 700k in less than a week. I kind of like to hold my LTDs now for a little bit longer, but I was able to get some junior sayouts and I actually go and buy a few more here for 465k. But yeah, that is still the plan. We talked about this last Thursday. If you have any cheaper LTDs, I would hold them until this weekend. If you have more expensive LTDs like Sauce Gardner, I would say maybe Justin Jefferson, those are the cards I would be looking to sell just because they are super, super expensive. And if the TVPs do get removed altogether, like for a longer duration, the cards that are going to be coming out are 98 overalls and they're going to be significantly cheaper. So your higher priced LTDs are going to look way overpriced compared to the new shiny 98s that are half their price. And to wrap up this video, just talking about the Kyle Pitts LTD. Yes, I am buying this LTD because I do think there are a lot of people that will build their team around this Kyle Pitts come this Thursday. The price I'm looking for, and I will be buying this card tomorrow evening. Remember, I always buy my LTDs on the last day they are in packs, sometime in the evening. Hopefully under 450k for Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's 6'6", 96 speed. You could argue that he is the best tight end in the game at the current moment. Delaney Walker has the legend theme team, but he also is a lot shorter than Kyle Pitts. So yeah, that is Kyle Pitts. I'm going to look to pick up a few of him under 450k. If you enjoyed this video, comment or like if you enjoyed. Comment if you have any questions. As always, subscribe if you are new. And until next time, peace.